Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome for the first time to the channel. This is just gonna act like a channel introduction or whatever, and we also have a bookshelf tour because I know people like bookshelf tours, so I think it's a good first video, so hopefully everything goes according to plan. I've tried to do this a lot, and every time, like, I just feel weird. So we're just gonna go with it. Whatever happens in this recording is basically what you're seeing. I have to sneeze. Anyway, after our brief intermission there, basically, my name's Kevin. I wanted to start this channel because I used to do booktube, just not really booktube, it wasn't booktube yet, but book related videos about 6-7 years ago, when I was like 12, 13. If I'm brave enough, I'll put a snippet of one up because they're still privated on this channel.
View for Pet Cemetery.
So, back then it was always seen as like kind of nerdy and whatever. So, I got like bullied, I guess, not really bullied, but like teased. So I'm just gonna say fuck it, and we're just gonna get back into it because now it's actually popular and I can talk about all the nerdy shit I like. So yeah. Anyway. What I'm reading currently is Dune. I saw the movie. I just passed 100 pages, 106 pages into this. I like it so far. I really like the movie, so that's what we're going with for now. I also have Words of Radiance here. I'm listening to the audiobook at work. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get into the bookshelf tour. You'll see I like a lot of fantasy and some historical fiction and some Stephen King and some scary stuff. So, let's jump right into it. Okay, so here is the bookshelf. Don't mind me, don't have the steadiest of hands, but I'll start up here. I have my Wheel of Time hardcovers. No, I don't have all of them. I got 2 through 5, right here. So The Great Hunt, Dragon Reborn, Shadow Rising, and Fires of Heaven. I have them laying down on their side because they're a little shorter than the other ones. They're book club editions. And then I got these ones. 1, and I think it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 14. So I'm missing 12 and 13. I've only read up to Shadow Rising. I just read that, so I'm a little hesitant to continue the series, but I'm sure I'll get through them eventually. Moving down, I believe this is the first edition of A Feast for Crows. I just got it at Half Price Books, real cheap. I'll show you the copyright page. Someone let me know if it's the first edition. I think it is, but you never know. So yeah, here's the copyright page. And then there's the number line. It has the 1, so I'm assuming it is. And then also it has the price tag there. So I believe that's the first edition. That's why it's kind of sitting over this way. And I have Fire and Blood. I have the illustrated edition of Game of Thrones. And I have a regular edition of Game of Thrones. I don't have Clash of Kings in hardcover. I need to get it eventually, but since I've already read it, it's not like high on my list. And then we go to Storm of Swords, Feast for Crows, Dance of Dragons, of course. And I have this edition of Warbreaker, Way of Kings, Words of Radiance, and Oathbringer. I'm about 200 pages, I think 170 actually, through Words of Radiance. It's amazing. I don't have Rhythm of War yet. I do need to get that. And then on top, we have Tower of Fools and Christopher Paolini's, however you pronounce it, To Sleep in a Sea of Stars. They're just sitting up here because there's really not an extra place for them. Going down, we have some Stephen King. The next 2 shelves are Stephen King. I got Carrie, Salem's Lot, and The Shining. These are, I believe they're old book club reissues of the original covers. That's why they're taller, because I think the first 5 Doubleday books he published were book club edition size, so these ones are just regular. Then we have, let's move our little Pennywise out of the way, bobblehead. We got this edition of The Stand. I forget the artist, but he did a couple of these editions, complete and uncut there. And I have my first edition of It right here. Very very glad I have this one. Probably my favorite book of all time. And then, of course, I had to get the newer reissue they did. We got Misery, 4 Past Midnight, Needful Things, Gerald's Game, Nightmares and Dreamscapes, Insomnia, and The Regulators here. On top, we got The Fireman. This book was not that great. That's by Joe Hill, obviously. Then we have Desperation, Bag of Bones, Dreamcatcher, Everything's Eventual. And then we get into some of the newer stuff because I don't have everything. Under the Dome, which was a fantastic book. One Through the Keyhole, I have not read yet. I'm currently making my way through The Dark Tower. 11/22/63, the first Stephen King book I ever read. I was in the 4th grade. You guys need to read this book. It is so good. Dr. Sleep, also I thought was pretty good. Mr. Mercedes was pretty good. Book 2 was better, but still pretty good. Revival, I have not read yet, but I really want to. Sleeping Beauties, I heard was not very good, so not high on my priorities list. The Outsider and If It Bleeds are there. And I have this illustrated edition of Joyland, an old book club of Pet Sematary, and Elevation, which I heard was also not very good. It's really short though, so maybe it squeezes in there somewhere. Down on the bottom, we have a double row, not good. First edition of Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett. That book is fantastic. Then we go to Column of Fire and The Evening and the Morning. I have World Without End in this stack. I need to put it in here. I forgot about it. But that comes after Pillars of the Earth and then before these two, so it needs to go in there. Winner of the World by Ken Follett, of course. We have Michael Crichton, Pirate Latitudes. That's in here just as a filler book. Because then we go to Tom Clancy. I've read a couple of the books. I thought they were pretty good, so I bought a bunch of them up real cheap at a Goodwill. And they're all in nice condition, so yeah. Dead of Honor, Executive Orders, then we have to move these out of the way. We got Rainbow Six, The Bear and the Dragon, another copy of The Bear and the Dragon, very nice, look, no spine cracking, a little like whatever here, but other than that, it doesn't look like it's been read, so it was $3 a half price book, so I got it. And then Threat Vector and Command Authority. Then I have these two, Dead or Alive and Locked On. So that's my Tom Clancy stuff. I got these paperbacks for Ken Follett, Pillars of the Earth, World Without End, Fall of Giants. So yeah, those I need to get another shelf. I literally just built a shelf. It's over there. We'll go through that next. So yeah, there's those. We'll start on the bottom. It's a book called Ruska. It's about Russia. Then we have a book called Caribbean. It's about the Caribbean, I would assume. Then we have Song of Susanna and Wolves of the Calla hardcovers. Haven't got to those, making my way through The Dark Tower. And then another Tom Clancy book. This was $3 a half price book, so I got it. Not sure what it's about. I mean, I have a general idea. Tom Clancy. And there's The World Without End I was talking about. And Billy Summers that does not have room in the Stephen King section. That's his newest book. Feast for Crows, trade paperback. Turning Tables and Dreamer by Travis McBee. He used to post more videos on YouTube, but now they're pretty erratic, spontaneous videos. So, yeah, I would like to see more videos from him, but I have a couple of his books. The first Dresden book, Stormfront. We have Swan Song by Robert McCammon. Nosferatu, Joe Hill. Life Expectancy by Dean Koontz, which this is signed. Yeah, that's signed. I also have another Dean Koontz book that's signed. I don't know where it went. Interesting. So yeah, I had another one signed. I actually had 2 other ones signed, but I'm not sure where they're at. So yeah, I gotta find those. I had The Watchers and Odd Thomas both signed. When the Ice Gives by Heath Chase. He was also a YouTuber that published a book of short stories, so I got that. And Ninth House. I've heard good things, but I'm not really too interested in getting into that immediately. And moving over here to the other shelf, There's some goodies over here. I have this edition of Game of Thrones that I will be reading in November, along with my my illustrated edition over there. I'll be switching back and forth. And Annihilation. Going down. This is getting a little long, so I gotta speed it up. I have the box set of the mass market paperback Song of Ice Fire books. I have the first 5 Malazan, however you want to pronounce it, books. I will be starting a read along in January for these. I have The Way of Kings and Mistborn Era 1. Okay, just cut off on me. I'm probably running out of space, so let's get through this quick. I have The Blade itself and The Shadow of the Gods. The Shadow of the Gods was very, very good. I recommend that. I have 2, 3, and 4 Dark Tower. I read The Gunslinger in a different edition, so I don't have that, but eventually I'm going to get all of them in this edition. I really like these. So Drawing of 3, Wastelands, and Wizard and Glass. I have another edition of Pet Sematary. The Institute. There's The Stand that I'll be reading in December, I think. I have Later, and then there's some more over here. I got Cujo, Dolores Claiborne, Desperation, Skeleton Crew. I bought that way back when. 2 editions of It, of course, my favorite book. I have multiple editions of it. This Eyes of the Dragon, that is literally never been read, that I got for $3 at a Half Price Books. And then there's some more back here. I don't know if you guys can see. There's some hiding back here, but they're like duplicates and stuff. So, okay, I'm not going to worry about putting those back. And then we have The Hobbit. I've never read The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings, so I will be starting that soon. And then my Wheel of Time paperbacks. I still don't have all of them, somehow. And then Dune, that I am reading right here. So yes, that is the bookshelf tour. And yes, that's another edition of Pet Sematary back there. I have like 4 of them. So yeah, that's the bookshelf tour. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this is an okay video for my first one. I will have a wrap up and TBR going up next. So yeah, if you enjoyed, like, follow, subscribe. I'll be talking about a lot of these books, hopefully. And yeah, hopefully everything goes swimmingly. Thank you, and peace out.